Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope all of you are fine and enjoying good health. I welcome you all to the online APSEC program. I'm your science teacher from APSEC 4th Road Middle Wing Boys. The chapter which you have been covering since last week is Unit 6, Elements and Compounds. First of all, I will share the hadith of the week. रसूल अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, जिसने ईमान के साथ और सवाब की नीयत से रमज़ान के रोज़े रखे उसके गुज़िश्ता सारे गुनाह माफ़ कर दिए जाते हैं। इसका मतलब है कि रोज़ा जन्नत के दरवाज़े की ढाल है। ढाल हर बदअमली से, हर नाफरमानी से, हर गुनाह से और हर अजाब से इंसान की हिफाजत करता है। इसकी पनाह में आया हुआ इंसान सीरत व किरदार की रोशन मिसाल होता है और नेकी के हसार में रहता है। Now coming to this week topics: properties of metals, properties of non-metals, uses of elements, and lastly structure of atom. Now the recap of the previous week. In the previous chapter, the pressure in gases was covered. Then the new chapter started with elements. What are elements? Elements are made up of same type of atoms. Elements are represented by a chemical shorthand which is called as chemical symbol. Now the objectives of this week assignment: you will be able to differentiate between metals and non-metals. You will be able to remember the use of elements, and you will be able to identify particles of atoms. Your success criteria will be: read the relevant textbook pages and watch the video before attempting written work. Now coming to this week, elements and classification. Now first of all, what is an element? An element is a chemical substance consisting of same type of atoms. For example, we say carbon is an element. Why? Because it is made up of carbon atoms. Elements can be classified into groups according to their properties. They are sorted into metals and non-metals. First, what are metals? Now, a metal is a material that is hard, opaque, means not letting light to pass through. It has shiny appearance and is able to pass or transfer electricity and heat. Now I will discuss the properties of metals. Now first property: metals are lustrous, meaning they are shiny and are used in making jewelry. Metals are malleable, that is they can be changed into thin sheets. This can be used for making curved shapes like fans. Metals are ductile. This means that metals can be drawn into wires. This property is used for electrical wires. Then metals are very good conductors of heat and help in making cooking vessels. They are also good conductors of electricity and used in making electric wires and cables. Metals are usually solids and are very hard, used for making many machinery. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means they produce a ringing sound when hit. This property allows it to be used for making bells. They are difficult to melt. That is the reason metals have high melting point, and they also have high boiling points. Metals have high density. This means that the mass per unit volume is high. Now these are all the properties of metals. Now coming to non-metals. A non-metal is soft and good insulators of heat and electricity. Now I will discuss the properties of non-metals. Non-metals are not lustrous, which means they are dull. They are brittle. That is, they break easily, so they are not malleable and ductile like metals. They are poor conductors of heat. This means that they are used in making handles for cooking vessels. They don't conduct electricity, so they are good in making protective coverings for wires carrying electricity. Non-metals are not sonorous as compared to metals. They do not produce any ringing sound. As compared to metals, they have low melting and boiling points. Non-metals have low density. They are low dense. Now non-metals exist in all three states, that is solid, liquid and gas, and they are soft. Now these are all the properties of non-metals. Now if a material is present, you have to check the conductivity of an element. Now how will you check the conductivity of an element? Look at the apparatus. It consists of a switch, battery, wire, bulb and crocodile clips. When a metal is placed in between crocodile clips, the bulb will light up to show that metals conduct electricity. In case if non-metal is placed, bulb will not light up, showing that it is a poor conductor of electricity. Now coming to the uses of elements. Now, liquid helium is used in medical scanners. Why? Because it is very cold and is good for cooling magnet in medical scanners. Xenon is used in car headlights to glow brightly when electricity passes through it. Then coming to copper, copper is used to conduct electricity as it is used in making fine wires. Then mercury is used in thermometers. Why it is used in thermometers? Because it expands on heating. Silicon is used in making computer chips. Chromium is a metal that is shiny but not reactive. That is why it is used on motor cars, giving them the shiny appearance. Then coming to the last topic, that is structure of an atom. First, what is an atom? An atom comes from a Greek word atomos, means indivisible, that is, it cannot be divided further. It is the smallest part of an element that can take part in chemical reaction. Atoms are very, very small and cannot be seen with ordinary microscope. Atoms are made up of three small particles called protons, electrons and neutrons. Protons have positive charge, electrons have negative charge, whereas neutrons are not having any charge. They are neutral. Now, as you can see in the diagram, the nucleus is in the center of the atom. The nucleus consists of protons having positive charge and neutrons having no charge. The electrons carrying negative charge move around the nucleus in tiny orbits. Electrons move so quickly that they turn into a blurry cloud. This cloud is called as electron cloud. An atom is neutral as it has the same number of protons and electrons. Now, these are the structure of certain atoms. First, the structure of hydrogen atom. It is considered the simplest one as it has one proton and one electron and it is not having any neutron. Second one is the structure of the helium. It is made up of two protons, two electrons and two neutrons, as it is clearly visible in the diagram. The last one is the structure of the lithium atom. Lithium is made up of 3 protons, 3 electrons and 4 neutrons. All of them are electrically neutral as they are made up of same number of protons and electrons. Now coming to the written assignment of this week, you have to read the textbook pages 73 till 75. For written work, test yourself page number 71. You have to do question number 1 and 3. Question number 1 is, what is an element? An element is made up of same type of atoms. Why carbon is called an element? Because carbon is an element because it is made up of only carbon atoms. Question number 3 is, name 3 solids. Solids, you can say silver, sulfur, carbon. 1 liquid, bromine, and 1 gas, iodine. Test yourself page number 73. You have to do question number 1, 2 and 4. Question number 1 is, what is the simplest way of classifying elements? Elements can be classified into metals and non-metals according to their physical properties, which I discuss in detail in this video. Question number 2 is, what does malleable mean? Malleable means any material that can be bent into thin sheets. Name 1 malleable element. Silver, gold. Question number 4, describe a method for testing whether a material is a metal or a non-metal. You can see where a material is a metal or a non-metal if it conducts electricity. Then coming to test yourself page number 75, question number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 1 is, what property of xenon makes it good for use in car headlights? Xenon is used in car headlights because when electricity passes through it, it glows brightly. Question number 2 is, give one reason why helium is used in medical scanners. Helium is used in medical scanners because it is very cold and it gives cooling effect to the magnets. Question number 3 is, give 2 properties of copper that it is good for use in electrical circuits. Copper is used to conduct electricity and can be converted or cut into fine wires. Question number 4, why do some scientists say silicon chips are the electronic brains that run the world? Because silicon chips are used in computers. Exercise question number 4 and 5, page number 82. Question number 4 is related to the concept of metals and question number 5 is related to the concept of atoms. You have to solve these 2 questions and at the end you have to prepare the glossary list from all of these pages. Thank you so much.